Hi guys, good day. It's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is we're going to solve the indicated term of each geometric sequence. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So for number 1 class, we have a sub 10 of 3, 12, and 48. So we're looking to find the 10th term of this given sequence. So first thing to do class is you need to write the geometric sequence formula. And the formula, that would be a sub n equals the first term times the common ratio raised to the power of n minus 1. Alright, so our a sub n class is the general term, the term that you're looking to find. So you're looking for the 10th term, so we have a sub 10. Okay, a sub 10. Just simply substitute the value of n, which is 10 class. Equals, the first term is 3, so 3 times the common ratio. Now to get the common ratio, simply divide the second term by the first term. So 12 divided by 3. So 12 divided by 3, that is 4. Now you also check dividing the third term by the second term to check if they have the same answer. If they have the same answer, therefore this is a geometric sequence. So 48 divided by 12. So 48 divided by 12. So 48 divided by 12, that is 4. They have the same answer class, which is 4. So therefore, this is a geometric sequence. So the common ratio is 4. Once again, to get the common ratio, simply divide the second term by the first term, the third term by the second term, which is 4. Then our n class is the number of terms. We're looking for the 10th term, so our n is 10. So 10 minus 1. Alright, and this will be a sub 10 equals, so once again, do not multiply 3 and 4. You simplify this one first. So copy 3 times 4 raised to the power of 10 minus 1 class is 9. Alright, so this will be a sub 10 equals, once again, do not multiply 3 and 4. Always follow PEMDAS class. Remember this one, PEMDAS. What do you mean by PEMDAS? Parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Parentheses, exponents comes first before multiplying. So therefore, we need to simplify 4 raised to the power of 9 before multiplying it by 3. Right? I hope you get that one class. Parentheses, exponent, parentheses, then exponent before multiplication. So simplify 4 raised to the power of 9. What is that? So 4 raised to the power of 9, it means you multiply 4 by itself 9 times. So this will be 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, 5 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. So we have 9. Now it's hard for us to multiply this one class without using the calculator. And I hope that your teacher will allow you to use calculator. We can actually do it manually by multiplying 4 by itself 9 times. But it will take time class. So we will just use the calculator. So if the teacher will allow you to use calculator, that would be good. So to use the calculator, you can just press 4. Then this one raised to the power, okay, x with raised to the power of this one with the box, 4 raised to the power of 9, and this will be 262,144. Imagine that one class. If you don't have the calculator, and the teacher will not allow you to use calculator, you will multiply it by itself 9 times. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, 9 times. And of course, it will take time. And sometimes you will commit mistakes. So that's why it's better for us to use the calculator. So 262,144. So this will be 3, copy 3, then multiply by 262,144. Alright, and then 3 times 262,144. So times 3. So our answer is 786,432. Imagine that one class, if you don't have the calculator, right? So what would happen? So it will really take time. So 786,432. Alright, that's it class. That's the answer for number 1. So a sub 10, let me write it here. A sub 10 equals 786,432. Alright, let's try number 2 class. So for number 2, once again, you're looking for a sub 8 or the 8th term. So a sub 8 equals, the first term is 120 times the common ratio class. Once again, divide the second term by the first term. 60 divided by 120. Once again, if we divide this one, we get a decimal. Now, sir, is it allowed to have a decimal? It's actually okay, class, but it will be confusing. Why is that, sir? Okay, let's try that. What if we have decimal? So 60 divided by 120, of course, this will be 0.5, right? 0.5. Let's use the calculator. 60 divide 120, this will be 1/2 or 0.5. So imagine, class, if this is your common ratio, 0.5, you put it in the common ratio, 0.5, then n is the 8th term, so 8, this will be 8 minus 1, and this will be 7, right? 8 minus 1 is 7. So imagine this one, class. You multiply 0.5 by itself 7 times. Okay, this will be 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5. And you're multiplying decimal, class. It will be really complicated. Now, if the teacher will not allow you to use calculator, it would be really complicated if you're dealing with decimals. That's why in geometric sequence class, most of the teachers, they will advise you to have fractions, because it's easy for us to simplify these equations with fractions. So let me explain that, how to do it with fractions. So once again, just do not do the decimal, class. It will be really complicated. I'm sure with that. So let's proceed with fractions. So 60 divided by 20, so second term divided by the first term, we cannot divide this one. So therefore, because we can get the decimal answer, so therefore we just need to round it off to the lowest term. Okay, reduce this one to the lowest term. You find the GCF. What would be the greatest number that we can divide it by 60 and we can divide it by 120? Of course, that would be 60, right? Because 60 divided by 60, that's 1. 120 divided by 60, that's 2. So therefore, our answer is 1/2. You also check the third term divided by the second term. 30 divided by 60, and the common, or the GCF, is 30, right? The greatest common factor. That would be 30. So divide 30 divided by 30 is 1. 60 divided by 30 is 2. And the common ratio is 1/2. So this will be 1/2 for the common ratio. Now let's try, class, if this is fraction, and I'm sure that it will be easy for us. Alright, so let's try fraction. We can simplify this one, class, without using the calculator if this is fraction. So this will be n is the number of terms. We're looking for the 8th term, so 8 minus 1. So this will be a sub 8 equals 120 times 1/2 raised to the power of n minus 1, that is 7. So this will be a sub 8 equals 120 times, you simplify this one first, parenthesis exponent. So 1/2 raised to the power of 7, it means that you multiply this one 7 times. You can actually distribute this one, class. This is actually the same with 1 raised to the power of 7. You distribute, class, this one. Properties of exponents. So distribute this one, or this will be 2 raised to the power of 7. This is actually the same, class. But for you not to be confused, okay, 1/2 raised to the power of 7, it means you multiply 1 by itself 7 times. So 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, any number multiplied by 1, or 1 multiplied by 1 7 times, the answer is still 1. Right? Because 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. So 1 times 1, if you multiply 1 by itself 7 times, or how many times, your answer is always 1. So that's why we have 1 in the numerator. And for 2, you multiply 2 by itself 7 times. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So for 2 times 2, that is 4, times 2, this is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2, 32, times 2, 64, times 2, 128. This will be 128. Or, if the teacher will allow you to use calculator, you multiply 2 by itself 7 times, or you can write it like this, 2 raised to the power of 7. So you multiply 2 by itself 7 times, you get 128. Alright, so 128. So this will be multiplied by 1 over 128. Alright, and then this will be, okay, so this will be a sub 8 equals, so multiply, once again class, 120 multiplied by 1 over 128. So once again, understood that the whole number 20, there is a denominator of 1. So 120 times 1, that's 120. 1 times 128, that's 128. Alright, so this will be 120 over 128. Now, once again class, rules in fractions, you always reduce the fraction to the lowest term. It's mandatory class. Always reduce the fraction to the lowest term. So we can still simplify this one. So once again class, if it's hard for you to find the greatest common factor, you can actually do it step by step. You can divide this 1 by 2. And then you can divide this 1 by 4. So it depends on you. So you can actually divide this 1 by 2. If it's hard for you, what would be the greatest common factor of 120 and 128? Of course, this will be 8. Okay, we can divide this 1 by 8. So divide by 8. Divide by 8 equals 120 divide 8. This will be 15. And 128 divide 8. This will be 16. Once again class, there are some students that they are so confused to find the GCF. So if you're confused, you can do it this way class. If you're confused, you can do it this way. I know that this 0 and 8 is divisible by 2. When do we know that the number is divisible by 2? If the last digits is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay? If the last digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, we can divide this 1 by 2. So divide this by 2. Divide this by 2. So this will be 120 divided by 2. Half of 120, that is 60. And then 128 divided by 2. So that would be 64, I think, right? 128 divide 2. This will be 64. Now, once again, it's hard for you to find the GCF. Go ahead, you divide it by 2. It will really take time, class. But if the teacher will not allow you to use calculator, so you will do it this way so that you will not be confused. So 60 divided 2, that is 30. 64 divided by 2, that is 32. Once again, you can divide it by 2. 30 divided by 2, that is 15. 32 divided by 2, that is 16. And you will get 15 over 16. So that's the thing there, class. That's the thing there. During our elementary years, it's hard for us to find the GCF. Go ahead, go to the simple numbers. Start with 2. 2 or 3, class. That's the thing there. Alright, let's try number 3. So that's the answer for number 2. Let's try number 3. So you're told to find the sixth term. So a sub 6, this will be a sub 6 equals, the first term is 4. And the common ratio, divide 12 divided by 4, that is 3. 36 divided by 12, that's also 3. So the common ratio is 3. Alright, and this will be 3 raised to the power of n. N is the number of terms. So you're looking for the sixth term. So we have 6 terms. 6 minus 1. So this will be a sub 6 equals, so do not multiply, simplify this one first. Parentheses, exponent. Copy 4, then 3 raised to the power of 6 minus 1, that is 5. So a sub 6 equals 4 times 3 raised to the power of 5 plus. What is that? So in this case, class, we can actually multiply this one manually. 3 raised to the power of 5. Let's do it without using the calculator, because this is just raised to the power of 5. So 3 times 3, so 2 3s, that would be 9. So this is 9. Times 3, so we have 3 3s. So 3 times 3, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Times 3, another 3. So we have 4 3s. 27 times 3, this will be 81. Then last one times 3. So 81 times 3, I think that's 240. Let me check. 81 times 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 8 is 24. 243. Alright, so 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 is 27. Times 3 is 81. Times 3 is 243. So 3 raised to the power of 5 is 243. Let's use the calculator. Plus 3 raised to the power of 5. That's 243. Alright, so this will be 4 times 243. So a sub 6 will be, so 4, let's do it manually. Go ahead, times 243 times 4. So 4 times 3 is 12, carry 1. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1, that would be 17, carry 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 972. Alright, so that's the answer for number 3. Once again, for number 2, a sub 8, that's 15 over 16, right? A while ago. Then for number 3, a sub 6 is equals to 972. Alright, let's try number 4, class. 972. Let's check the calculator, class. Times 4, 972. Alright, so this will be, let me write the formula. I erased this one. Times r raised to the power of n minus 1. So a sub 7, you're looking for a sub 7. So a sub 7 equals, the first term is negative 16 times the common ratio. So let's check the common ratio. 32 divided by 16. So 32 divide the first term 16. So 32 divided by 16, that would be negative 2. Positive divided by negative is negative. Do not forget, class, if you are dividing or multiplying unlike signs, the answer is always negative. So 32 divided by 16, 32 divided by negative 16, that's negative 2. Let's check the third term divided by the first term, the second term. Negative 64 divided by 32. So negative divided by positive is negative. 64 divided by 32, that is 2. So same common ratio, negative 2. So this will be, common ratio is negative 2 raised to the power of n is 7 minus 1. 7, class, is the 7th. You're looking for the 7th term. 7th term, therefore we have 7 terms. So n is 7 minus 1. So this will be a sub 7 equals negative 16. Then multiplied by negative 2 raised to the power of 7 minus 1. That would be 6. So this will be a sub 7 equals negative 16. You simplify this one, class. Negative 2 raised to the power of 6. So negative 2 multiplied by itself 6 times. Okay. So negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times negative 2. Now your answer for this one, class, it should be positive because we have even negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 negatives. And negative times negative is positive, right? Negative times negative is positive. So therefore, we have 6 negatives. Therefore, our answer will be positive. Let's try that one, class. Let's check. Negative 2 times negative 2. So negative 2 times negative 2. This is positive 4. Times negative 2. This will be negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 2. Negative times negative. That's positive 16. Times negative 2. That's negative 32. Times negative 2. That's positive 64. Or you can use the calculator. So put parentheses negative 2. Close parentheses raised to the power of 6. And you will get positive 64. Alright. So this will be positive 64. Just remember this one, class. If you have 6 negatives, when you're multiplying 6 negatives, your answer should be positive. If it's even, your answer should be positive. If you're multiplying 5 negatives, if it's odd, your answer will be negative. I hope you got that one, class. Alright, so positive 64 times 16. Times 16, let me just use the calculator. Times 16. So 64 times 16. Okay, that's 1024. It should be negative, class, because negative times positive is negative. So a sub 7, that would be negative 1024. Alright, so that's it, class. That's how you find the indicated term in each geometric sequence. So you try to answer number 5, class, and you put your answer in the comment section down below. And I hope you learned something new today, class. Once again, do not forget to answer this one, and you put your answer in the comment section. Let's check if you really understand our topic. Once again, this is Teacher MJ, and I hope you learned something new today. And if you learned something new today, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends, class, and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Bye-bye.